Hi INC Kids! Welcome to INC Kids Adventures. I am Sister Micah from Toronto, Canada. Where will today's episode take us?
Hi everyone, I'm Brother James. You may know me as an artist, but I'm also a teacher for the children's worship service. And today we're going to learn how to draw something from a Bible story called Daniel and the Lion's Den. So pay close attention. We will learn about God's chosen servant Daniel. God gave Daniel the talent to interpret dreams. He interpreted King Nebuchadnezzar's dreams. Later, when Darius was king, he placed Daniel and two others to supervise the governors of the kingdom. Daniel showed that he could do the work better than the other supervisors and governors. Because of this, King Darius planned to put Daniel in charge of the whole kingdom. But the other supervisors and the governors were jealous of Daniel and plotted to get him into trouble. This was difficult because they couldn't find anything wrong with Daniel. He was trustworthy. The governors noticed, however, that Daniel prayed to God. So together with the other officials, these men went to the king and told him, "We think the king should make this law that everyone would have to obey. No one should pray to any god or man except you, our king. This should be done for the next 30 days. Anyone who doesn't obey will be thrown into the lion's den." So King Darius made the law and had it written. Since Daniel was such a good servant of the true God, he did not follow this new law. Instead, he continued to pray to the true God 3 times a day. The jealous supervisors and governors told King Darius about Daniel. They told him, "Daniel is not paying attention to the law you wrote. Daniel still prays to his God 3 times every day." The king liked Daniel, but could not change the law that he had signed. So the king's men threw Daniel into the lion's den and put a large stone over the entrance so Daniel couldn't get out. The king was so worried that he couldn't eat nor sleep that night. The next morning, the king hurried to the lion's den and found that Daniel was safe and sound. Because of Daniel's faith, God had sent an angel to keep the mouth of the lion shut. The king then had the men who tried to get Daniel into trouble thrown into the den of lions, where they perished. Now let's see what we remember from the story of Daniel and the lion's den. Now according to the new law, who alone could a person pray to for 30 days?
The king!
That's right, the king. Now was Daniel going to follow that law? No, because he was what kind of a servant?
Loyal servant.
A loyal servant, that's correct. A loyal servant who worshipped and prayed to the true God only. Now what happened to Daniel? Because he continued to worship and pray to God even though the law did not allow it. He was thrown into a den of what?
Lions!
Lions, that's right. Good job, INC kids. Okay, let's draw Daniel. We are going to start off in the guidelines phase of the drawing. Remember that at this stage, to draw lightly. Draw a circle for the head, an oval for the upper body, a big oval for the lower body, and a few smaller but long ovals on the side for the arms. And let's draw 2 guidelines for the top circle. This will help us figure out where the eyes, nose, and mouth will go. For the middle line, let's draw in the 2 eyes using 2 curved lines and the circle in the middle. Don't forget 2 lines on the top for the eyebrows. Let's add 2 dots for the nose. And a line for the mouth. Now let's draw the hair and beard. From the middle line, draw a curved line that goes up and down, and then curves to the nose. Do the same on the other side. For the mouth, let's draw a W shape. Now let's outline the head. Let's add 2 circles for the ears. Let's draw 2 lines down for the neck. 2 lines across and down for the shoulders. And draw a semicircle for the collar. Now let's add 2 rectangles where the elbows are. Now let's outline the top part of the upper body. Draw 2 lines down and 1 across. Let's draw a square under that for the belt or sash. Now let's draw 2 lines down for the lower body. Let's finish off the arms. From the elbows for each arm, draw 2 lines down and a small circle at the bottom for the hand. Do the same on the other side. Now let's draw the feet. He's wearing sandals. Let's draw circles for the toes, 5 for each foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then let's draw a rectangle under each foot for the sandals. There you go. This is Daniel. Now you can stop here if you want, but I'm going to clean up the lines with ink and then color it. When you color, you can use whatever you would like. I'm using markers, but you can use crayons, colored pencils, or whatever you have. Let's take a 30-second active break to stretch.
Active break! Active break!
Before we move on to the lion part, I have a few more questions. Are you ready? What happened to Daniel after being thrown into the den of lions? Did the lions hurt Daniel?
No, they did not.
According to the Bible, what did the angel of God do? He shut their?
Mouths.
That's correct, their mouths. So when the king checked on Daniel the next day and found out that he wasn't hurt, what did the king do? Did he order that Daniel be taken out of the den?
Yes, brother.
Amazing! Now, let's draw a lion. How can we usually recognize a lion? It will have a tail. That's right, it will have a mane. Let's start with a circle for the head. And an oval for the body. Now, let's draw a guideline straight down the middle and a line across the top circle. Let's draw a half circle inside the big circle at the top half. And at the bottom, let's rough in a bigger circle from the midline. Now we will draw a bigger circle shape around the top circle, but finish at the middle line like so. This will be the lion's mane. Let's draw 2 circles at the top for the ears, 2 circles at the bottom for the feet. I'll draw 2 more ovals at the bottom and 2 more circles for the lion's back legs. Let's draw another circle at the bottom half of the top circle. This will be the lion's snout, where the mouth and the nose will go. And now let's rough in 2 eyes. These are the guidelines we will use to draw the lion. So let's start with the eyes. For each eye, draw 2 curved lines, one at the top and a shorter one at the bottom. Now let's outline the iris of the eye and add 2 little circles and then fill it in. Those circles are highlights. Now let's add a couple of curved lines for the eyebrows. In the roughed-in circle near the top, draw a triangle pointing down. This is the nose. And then fill it in. Feel free to leave a little blank spot at the top. That is a highlight. Now from the nose, draw a line down. And now draw 2 curved lines to the side of the circle guideline. Now let's outline the guideline for the snout. Now let's outline the head. Let's draw some zigzag or whoop whoop lines where the ears are. This implies the lion's hair. Let's outline the ear and add a semicircle inside the ear to finish it. Let's finish the mane by adding whoop whoop lines all around. Whoop 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 whoop. From the mane, draw a line going straight down the middle. Now let's draw the lion's toes by adding circles, 3 per foot. 1, 2, 3. Let's draw 2 curved lines to outline the lion's front legs. Now let's add some curved lines to finish the back legs. Also, we forgot to draw a tail. From this side, draw a curved line that goes up, around, and back. And there you go. This is our lion. Now you can stop here if you want, but I'm going to clean up the lines with ink and then color it. So remember, friends, the lesson of this story is that if we obey God and pray to Him, do we have anything to fear? No. And God's people should not worry because He will always send His protection to His loyal servants who place their trust in Him. Good job, INC kids. So proud of all of you. Now you could send us your drawings at info@incmedia.org, and you could tag me on my Instagram account @BoxOfficeArtist so I can see your drawings. Thanks for joining me today. We'll see you on our next INC Kids adventure. Bye-bye.
That's all the time we have this week. Thank you for joining us in today's adventure. Join us next week and find out where we're headed next. Oh, and before you go, you can find all these videos on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/INCkids. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye!